What's up, everybody? This is Doggie Diamonds, and this is a part of today's rundown. So, let me move this up for y'all. Lil Durk is being sued by FBG Duck's mother, as well as King Von Estate is being sued as well. She's suing the city. She's suing some record labels too. So let's get into this reading real quick. Lil Durk and the estate of the late King Von, along with their OTF label and associated record companies and distributors, are being accused of responsibility for the rapper FBG Duck's unaliving and of glorifying and profiting from it. In a new lawsuit by Duck's mother, Lashina Weekly, and two bystanders injured in the shooting that killed him. The suit filed on Wednesday in circuit court in Cook County, Illinois, mentioned an allegation first reported in 2023 that Vaughn placed a $100K bounty on Duck. The suit holds Durk, who signed Vaughn to his OTF label, responsible for the alleged bounty as well. So they're saying Vaughn did it and Durk was down with it too. So she's suing both of them. So it goes on to read, Lil Durk engaged in, planned, approved the bounty on FBG Duck's life and condoned the acts of violence King Von engaged when he knew or should have known of the violent conduct and violent histories of King Von and other known gang members he affiliated with, the suit reads. Lil Durk knew long before 2020 that King Von had a vendetta against FBG Duck, sought to rob and kill in the music industry, and consistently sought to build a brand of violence and reality rap based on committing real acts of violence on FBG Duck and the public at large. King Von, we know, was unalived in November of 2020 in Atlanta, just 3 months after Duck was unalived in Chicago. In January of 2024, 6 men, all of them of whom were charged in the suit, as well, were found guilty of FBG Duck's unaliving. OTF is accused in the suit of being a hub for the old block criminal enterprise and the street gang, and the media outpost of the old block criminal organization. The suit accuses Empire, which distributed Von's music, of knowing that King Von had a vendetta against FBG Duck, sought to rob and kill in the music industry, and consistently sought to build a brand of reality. We read that already. Let's move on. Empire undertook some of all of the wrongful conduct alleged herein within the knowledge of the unaliving of FBG Duck, or any unaliving or criminal activity would increase streams, drive record sales, and enhance a brand profits. It continues similar charges made against Alamo, Sony, Universal Music Group, and Interscope. A representative for Durk had no comment about the suit. I'm not saying suit. All right. Damn, Duck passed at 26. Young guys. So let me say something about this. So what happens if these rappers rap about doing stuff to each other and start doing it, and record labels start being held responsible for this? You think that will stop the promotion and marketing of this said type music? I think it will, because hey, if he said he gonna do this to him and it get done based off of him, and we find out he's the one who did it or has something to do with it, what happens if they take all the sales from the music and give it to the victim's family? I think that would change the way this music is being made. I think it would stop a lot of this drill music, a lot of this so-called reality rap, because it doesn't have to be reality. It becomes reality when the acts take place. So I think, lawsuits is a good idea, because somebody got to be held responsible for what's going on. And when you hold the record labels responsible, when you hold the funding responsible, when you hold these corporate entities responsible, that changes everything. So the lawsuit is a good idea. Unfortunately, for Durk and Vaughn, and they might be the first ones to go through this, you know, and Vaughn is deceased as well as Duck. But Durk is still here. And a lot of music was made on all fronts. We're not gonna blame Chicago. We're not gonna blame West Coast. We're not gonna blame Brooklyn, Bronx, none of that. The South. It's going on all over. So what happens when they find a loophole to say, hey, if you make this record, if you make this diss record, and you say you're gonna spin the block against this individual, and the block gets spun, and this person passes away, based off of your words, or based off of you inciting it, or will we later come to find out you put money on somebody's head, you're responsible and the record label is responsible. And this reminds me of the situation now with Young Dolph. Will this start sparking a new revolution in wrongful unalivings? I think it is, because the same thing could be said for, which was spoken in court, that Big Juke put the money on Dolph's head, which they took out the bounty, did what they did to him. Unfortunately, Big Juke is deceased as well. But what does that say about Yo Gotti and his record label? Now, what happens if these similar things start to happen? Will that stop a lot of the BS? I mean, street stuff is street stuff. But once you rap about it and you make it public, somebody got to be held accountable. And I think, again, when they start going after the record labels, when they start holding the record labels accountable, and these big corporate entities start losing millions of dollars behind what you rapped about and what you did, I'm telling you, that's going to change the landscape of everything. They're going to be like, hey, you can't do that. You can't say that. Because when you think about it, when these incidents happen, they benefit the most. The streams go up, you know, all the social media accounts go up, everything benefits, everything increases. But people are still losing their lives. So is it really worth the money if you're not going to be here to enjoy it? Is it and who's really benefiting? Like, you see some of these families be going through it when their loved ones get unalive. They still struggling out here, you know? So yeah, start holding them big wigs feet to the fire and watch all of this change in a day. Watch all of this stop. I'm telling you, all of this stuff will stop. Like, hey, we're not trying to lose any money, because look how much money, millions have been gained by the destruction to us. Millions. The whole, you know, it's an agenda. The prisons, the morgues, the commissary, the organs. You know, many people have benefited from our senseless violence. So once the benefits stop and the money starts transferring, watch it all stop. But yeah, that's what it is, man. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is on Hip Hop DX. You can read it for yourself. I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is part of the rundown for today. Peace.